Hey, what up, YouTube? This is your boy Robert Bob TV Brown. This is another episode of Rob Report on the Go. This just popped up in the news. And before we do anything, you know how we do. Hit the like button. Oh, no, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I told you YouTube's a jerk, so they'll unsubscribe you without your permission. So make sure you still subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And let the drop box go down so you can hit the bell that says always, because a lot of people don't know they added 3 bells on it now, trying to suppress people's videos from getting to people's inbox. And make sure you share the video on social media platforms and things like that. And to support the channel, you can support us directly, no super chats, but right directly through our PayPal account. That's right, paypal.me/Bob TV NYC, and that Bob TV NYC is in all caps. All caps. Any amount will do. But we are looking for a remnant to join our 25 by 25 club. That's 25-hour effort that we're doing currently on raising some money to do some upgrades in with Bob TV Network. And we're looking for a remnant, some soldiers that can donate $25 within the next, probably within the next 8 to 10 hours. I really appreciate your support. Anyway, we're going to get right into it. I just did a video. It should be up maybe by 5 o'clock. I don't know what time this thing's supposed to be up. It's actually playing now. So as soon as I see this video, this pops up about Amy Kloubchar. Kloubchar again voices concern about a potentially having Sanders at the top of the Democratic ticket. Where was your concern when he was running against Hillary Clinton? When the Feel the Burden movement was going on all across the country wasn't concerned. So who are you to be concerned? Most of the country is more concerned about you being on the top of the ticket. You're so focused on unifying the Democratic Party, you're not focused on unifying America. Yet on the video that I just did where you came third place, you're going to say you can defeat Trump. And there's nothing saying anything about you that can defeat Trump. And it ain't got nothing to do with you being a woman. It's about your demographics. And it's about your voting record. And it's about being a prosecutor. Trump will eat you for lunch. And you're too moderate. And most America is asking for freaking change, extreme change in a whole lot of areas. And you got somebody that's a change agent running for office. You're not a change agent. You're notorious for saying, I'm not going to make changes. I'm going to, I'm not all about shaking up the establishment. I'm not about making change. I think whatever we do should be moderate progressive. And that's how you try to portray yourself, a moderate progressive. But let me shut my mouth up. Let me shut up and let her talk.
I'm offensive assistant coach for the San Francisco.
Well, let me shut up and let her talk after this commercial. But she really gets me with this. She wants to be top dog when she just ain't got it in her. But let's go.
Congressman Dean Phillips, who is backing you, says he thinks that there are probably 25 to 30 seats that absolutely would be impacted directly by having a self-avowed Democratic socialist at the top of the ticket. Do you think Democrats would lose the House if Bernie Sanders were the nominee?
You know, I'm not a pundit, but what I do know this. I'm the only one on that debate stage when asked, do you have a problem with a socialist leading the Democratic ticket, that I said yes. And that is despite the fact that Bernie and I are...
Now, let's don't go too far because she's trying to escape the question. That's the politician way of getting around everything. She said, will Bernie Sanders harm the down ballot? The reason why we have the House right now, well, I keep saying we, I'm not a freaking Democrat, but I've been one for so long, man, and I've been voting that way for so long. that is almost in my nature. But the reason you have the House and Senate right now is because there was a bunch of women that ran on Bernie Sanders' platform and won. They're in the House. You ran a centric platform in 2008 and lost the House. Matter of fact, the person that was at the top of the ticket took money from those people who needed money to run their campaign, and she funneled it in her campaign, Hillary Clinton. She bailed out the DNC, who was broke, just like Michael Bloomberg is bailing out the DNC, who is broke, gave them money, changed the rules, and at least Michael Bloomberg, even though he's horrible, at least he's not trying to take over the DNC. Hillary Clinton literally took over the DNC with her money that she poured into it through the Clinton Foundation. So she basically bought them out, and they literally became a prostitute to Hillary Clinton. Whatever Hillary Clinton wanted, they did it. You couldn't do this without her approval. You couldn't do that. Now, this is not her campaign. Now, with her campaign, she got every right to do this. This is the DNC organization that's supposed to be non-biased. They're supposed to be equal and the same when it comes to everything. But no decision could go through the DNC without Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton did elaborate, illegal, should be illegal, but it was legal, money laundering scheme. Well, the money was going to the down ballot, and it circled around from the down ballot and went on her campaign. And you wondered why you lost the House and the Senate. It's because those who were running for the House and Senate had no funding. Hillary Clinton took all the money and used it in her campaign through the DNC. She should have just used her own money to fund her campaign instead of robbing the people in the down ballot, Amy Kloubchar. Took that money and gave it to herself. And these people was left stranded. They couldn't do no commercials. They couldn't go to any campaign event. If they did it, they had to do it on their own dime. They had to rent the rally halls. They had to, for everything, they had to do it on a dime. When the DNC had the money to do that, she took that money and kept it for herself. So you talking about, can a person at the top of the ticket win? Well, you had a person at the top of the ticket hook and crook her way to the nomination and rob the down ballot out of money. People end up losing their seats. And even prior to that, you lost 1,000 seats prior to that with Obama. And you got the nerves to say this Bernie Sanders, a socialist, being at the top of the ticket, which most people don't care about that mess, being at the top of the ticket is going to harm the down ballot. And I keep hearing you people, and I'm going to keep attacking you guys on these talking points. You wouldn't have the House today if it wasn't for Bernie Sanders and that organization that he started called Our Revolution, and the Justice Democrats, who I was opposed to, but actually they got stuff done. You got people in the office like AOC, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib. I could go on and on. They won their seats running on that Bernie Sanders platform. And that's how you took the House. You mess around and change that, you're going to lose the House. So before you start your talking point, secondly, you had two governor races, both black people. Stacey Abrams, number one, Andrew Gillum, number two, right next to each other, Georgia and Florida. They ran on a progressive ballot, a progressive platform. They won their nomination on that platform, and then they start going your way, Amy Klobuchar, start going to the center. Ran and won on progressivism, and decide to go to the middle, to cater toward the Debbie Wasserman shows. We need to help you with your campaign nationally now since you won. You didn't help me before. I don't need your freaking help now. See, I'm going to chop her down before she even opened her freaking mouth, because it is not a major concern. If it wasn't for that platform, I keep telling you, it's not about the person being a socialist. It's not about the person running for office. It's the platform. The platform is a winning platform. And he who runs on that platform win. Andrew Gilliam did it. Stacey Abrams did it. Now, I do fault Stacey Abrams for something else that she didn't do. And don't get me wrong, Stacey Abrams is awesome. She's an awesome speaker, but I don't know who her advisors are. When you run on a progressive platform and win, you stay on it. Because you got people that's going to run in the general for that particular state that's Republican independent that likes that platform. And the moment you turn around and go back and run a platform that the Democratic Party wants you to run on, you're going to lose those people who you need to win, and that's independent and Republican. You can never win an election just on rallying Democrats because you don't have enough Democrats to outweigh the independents that's going to go out and vote. You don't have enough Republicans going to outweigh the independents that's going to go out and vote. He who goes cross-party will win the election. And that's what happened in 2016. Donald Trump happened to cater toward the independents and some of the libertarians, some of the third-party people. He even got some of Barack Obama's former supporters. Well, they should have went with Hillary. It ain't about the person. It's about your platform. Hillary Clinton refused to run on that platform. And she lost. Put her thumb in the face of the platform. Wasn't even smart enough to have Bernie Sanders as a VP to get his base to 100% come back. Hopefully come back to the party and support them. And you got to understand, people all the time, Bernie Sanders didn't support Bernie Sanders. More Bernie Sanders supporters supported Hillary Clinton for president than Hillary Clinton supporters support Barack Obama, number one. Number two, those people only joined the Democratic Party. Most of them only joined the Democratic Party to vote for Bernie Sanders. Once you screw them out of the nomination, you actually think they're going to continue to stay in the party? In record time, 13 million people unsigned from the party and went back to their normal affiliation as independents. You got to work double overtime to keep those people in the party. It's not their obligation to stay in a party that they never really liked in the first place. The only reason they joined was to vote for Bernie Sanders because you got this closed primary system. I said I was going to rest and go for a walk, get some water, and fix me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I ain't done it yet. But let's listen to Amy Kloubchar.
Our friends, we came in together. And my argument is that we don't just have to win an election by eking by a victory at 4 a.m. We've got to win big. And I'm the one with the track record, as Dean Phillips knows, which is why he's supporting me, that brings people with me, that wins in the reddest of red rural areas as well as suburban areas, that flips the state house every single time. I'm the only one on that debate stage that has done it. It's not talking points to me. And of course, we need to keep the House. And you do that by having a candidate that shares the views. Here in Nevada, as you were just talking about early in the show, we don't.
All right, I got to stop her from there. She did that in one freaking state. Minnesota is a purple state. It is not a freaking red state. So what is she talking about? I know how to flip red states. What red states you flipped, Amy? You're lying. Minnesota is a purple state. It's not red. You might have flipped a red district, but you didn't flip a red state. Now you go back to 2008. Where did Bernie Sanders defeat Hillary Clinton in when it came to the primary? Multiple red states. And see, I'm not doing this fanboy bull crap because I'm not giving Bernie Sanders my support unless I see him do a little more for black people. He don't have a black agenda. He got an agenda for Latinos and everybody else, but he has nothing for black. He got an agenda for gay rights and all that. Nothing for black people. So don't you think Robert up here is just fanboying and Bernie Sanders? I'm born into facts. These are facts. Hillary Clinton could not beat Bernie Sanders in red states. Bernie Sanders was killing her, wiping the floor. Sometimes the margin was 10, 20 points. Facts. Go check them out yourself. So for Amy Kloubchar to say, I'm the only one can do it, girl, you're in a purple state. You probably won a few red districts, but you're not winning red states. You got stomped in Iowa. You got stumped. You came in third place. Goody on you. I said fourth, but it's actually third after the numbers came in. You won third place. So third place is not winning. That man won both. They're trying to say Pete Buttigieg won because he got 2 delegates. When it comes to democracy, it's not about delegates. It's about the votes. You guys, that's why I say do your research, know your politics, go back, look at 2016 map. You look at 2016 Democratic primary map, and you see who dominated the red states. You'll see who dominated flip the red state. Matter of fact, even in the blue states, it came neck to neck. Bernie Sanders won majority of the counties in New York State. The only place that Hillary Clinton won was New York City, and that was debatable because there was so much irregularities in the vote counts in New York City that it's questionable. But Bernie Sanders, too much of a punk to challenge her on that. Especially in Brooklyn. And another thing, we're closed primary states, which means you got to actually become a Democrat, sign up and register as a Democrat to vote for a Democrat. Yet, at the same time, we had so many independents in New York City. Over 300,000 wanted to vote for him that day, but could not vote. They were turned away because they didn't register to vote. And the registration date, they changed it now, thank God. The registration date was all the way back in August. The deadline was August. That's by design because they want to control the Democrats want to control the politics in New York. They don't want the Greens or somebody else catching up because Greens and all third parties are huge in New York. So they want to control the process. You had to vote. You had to reach a deadline. The deadline was way in August, and the primary isn't actually till March or April. The New York primaries. So if you're excited about a certain person and you didn't get that excitement to December, you screwed. You can't vote for this guy now because you were supposed to vote way back in August. So there were too many people who wanted to vote for this guy. A lot of them was Republicans, a lot of them was independents, but couldn't because it's not an open primary state. So they had to bite the bullet and try to wait till the general election to vote for Bernie Sanders, but they couldn't vote for Bernie Sanders in general election because we found out that the Democratic Party rigged the election to hand it to Hillary Clinton, and they found that out at the DNC convention, and protesters went off everywhere. They don't want to talk about that on TV. They don't want to show it on the news, but I got pictures. You can research it. You can look it up. There was mass protest at the DNC convention. They want you to make everything as rosy and cool inside the party when it's not. The party on purpose stabbed their own Democrat members in the back. They're trying to control the party. And it's not them who try to supposed to control the party. It's you, the people. But let's keep going.
Don't want to kick 149 million Americans off their current health insurance in 4 years, which is exactly what Bernie's bill would do.
Here she go line, saying I don't want to kick 140 million people off their current bill. Bernie Sanders' bill is actually expanding Medicare. It's expanding Medicare. In other words, it's making Medicare the same high quality medical services that you get now. You'll be able to get it for everybody. He's not telling people, he's not kicking people off the union plan. He's saying, I can give you a Cadillac plan, not just for you, but for everybody in your family who you can't reach out with your plan. She's trying to make it seem like we're kicking people off their plan. Most people don't have a plan. Amy Kloubchar. Most people can't afford a medical plan. Here we are in New York. We got the essential plan, and they're great plans, and it's made available for those who don't have the funding. But most people in America don't have a medical plan. They don't know what to do or where to go, and they're scared to go get help because the bill is going to be too freaking high. And you worrying about telling this lie that he's talking about he's going to kick everybody off his plan. He's not. You're lying. He's expanding Medicare to everybody. He's saying, look, I'm trying to make things better. Not only am I going to give you total access, total freedom to the healthcare system, the American people through Wall Street speculation, we're going to make Wall Street through a speculation tax pay for this. It's not even going to have to come out your pocket. And there are so many other ways to get it out your pocket where you won't even miss it. And I'll make it tax deductible. And if I have to go somewhere and get it, I'll go cut some of the military budget. You want people to continue to pay high fees and copay and almost go in debt by buying medical insurance. You want to continue to profit the people who are raping us and profiting off us when we get sick. And there's nothing wrong with that, but no, it's too much profit. It's too much profit. Anytime an EpiPen, you need an EpiPen and it costing you $1,500 per pen. You support that type of industry. You have lobbyists that put money in your campaign that is telling you to say this stuff. And that's why you're saying this stuff.
People are much more pragmatic. They want plans and not pipe dreams. I am the candidate that brings that, and I think that's why we are surging across the country.
Now, you listen to this line thing. The poll says majority of Americans want a single payer medical plan. It's not a pipe dream. Canada got it. It's not a pipe dream. We give $80 billion to Israel every freaking month of our money, don't get nothing in return, and they got it. Australia got it. England got it. Most modern Western society has it. We're the only country trying to profit off it. So what you talking about, Amy Kloubchar? I'm not even gonna go read the freaking article. She just, and she wonder why she came in third place in Iowa, and she wonder why she ain't gonna go no place else after that. Enjoy the victory speech, Amy Kloubchar. Enjoy your third place victory speech. You deserve it. But what Amy Kloubchar is basically saying, pick me. I ain't gonna do jack. Pick me. What you're talking about is a pipe dream. What most countries have is a pipe dream to America, and we're the most advanced technological society, the richest society in the world today, and it's a pipe dream. Girl, if you don't go somewhere and sit your behind down. All right. These politicians, man. And Bloomberg the same way. It's so much I'm going to unwrap on Bloomberg. Do you know Bloomberg is not for? He is not for a minimum livable wage. He wants you to go back to $8 an hour, $7.25, whatever is your minimum wage is in your state. He don't want that increasing. I got him on video how he opposed that. And of course he's going to oppose that. He's a billionaire employer. He is not for unionization. He hates unions, yet we're supposed to be a pro-union party. The Democratic Party is supposed to be a pro-union party, and you're going to push for somebody who is anti-union. He want to profit big money and don't want you to have anything. Currently, right now in New York City, we've chosen the lottery system over building brand new public housing. Anyway, this is supposed to be Amy Kloubchar. Anyway, you like the video, like it, share it, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and please become a member of the brigade. $25. We're trying to raise $25 per person and to donate into the Bob TV network to help us take care of some upgrades here in the facility that we're in, and also do some upgrades for Betsy, my desktop. This is the reason why you don't see me going live anymore, because even though we've been blessed with a camera by a supporter, 4K camera at that webcam, it can't handle the 4K, and it can't handle the 4K at 60 frames. And if you got a 4K camera, you want to use it to its maximum, right? So my laptop can't handle it at all. I freeze at 720 at 25 frames per second. Sucky. I don't even want to put that on YouTube sometime. Um, but an upgrade on the desktop will allow us to go full blast on the uh, production of the show. And you know me, I like high quality stuff, and I like to put on a high quality production. And I don't want to keep doing it like this, even though this is cool. Rob Report on the Go. I'd rather be in the studio doing my thing, where everything is running smooth, and I want to do more live shows. That way, I could take your questions live. So I'm proposing, once I get the computer back, to go live on Sunday nights at 11 with the Bobby Brown Show. The Raw Report would never be live. The Raw Report on the Go would never be live. But on the Bobby Brown Show, I want to do a live show. We're going to have a topic for the day. We're going to go into politics. We're going to go into entertainment. Going to try to have a guest on. And then we're going to go in a question and answering session. So I intend on getting I think Blog Talk Radio give you a call-in line where people can call in and just get it off the chest. I might even name that segment, Get It Off the Chest, where you can call in and whatever it is, you can get it off your chest, and it is a good therapy session. And I mean, it can't get too extreme where you're being racist or something like that. You can keep that on your chest. I don't want it. But anyway, this is Rob Brown with the Rob Report again. If you are donating, get off the fence and donate $25 to the campaign. Do that through paypal.me/Bob TV NYCT. Bob TV NYCT is in all caps. It will really, really be appreciated. I will shout you out, and you can ask me a question, and I'll answer your question for you. But more important, I believe that as you give to a good endeavor, a decent endeavor, it'll come back much, much, much more in a return to you. All right, I'm Rob Brown with the Rob Report on the Go. I'll holler at you later. Peace.